I'm going to teach you how to make a fused glass plate with different materials. And the plate will look similar to this one. I want to show this to you. It's a little bear on a sled. Now the one that we're doing today does not include the sled. It's a cute little bear, as you see right here, that's just kind of standing there and being very jolly. So when you order your class, you'll get a kit similar to this that'll have the glass and all the cut up glass that you need, along with some glue. You will also get this template right here where you can put your plate over and then you can see where the pieces may go. So let's go ahead and begin. We'll start with glue. Now glue is, the thing about glue is you don't want to use too much glue, yet you don't want to use too little. So what we've done is we're going to go ahead and start placing the glass. Now I want you to be very careful with this glass. This glass can be sharp. We've cut it up into little squares, but you might encounter a piece that maybe has a sharp edge on it, so just be very careful. All right, so I'm going to do my border first. I'm going to begin right here. It's going to be red, white, red, white, red, white. And when you do your plate or your coasters, you'll want to leave a little space in between each piece of glass. I try really hard not to get any glue on my finger, but it's just inevitable, you know? Because once I get a lot of glue on my finger, then the pieces start sticking to my finger. We don't want that. So you just continue on with your border until you're happy with how it looks. You go all the way around the plate. Okay, now I'm noticing here that I have put two pieces of white right here and one red. So I'm going to leave it that way and just kind of make it a random kind of a border, no pattern to it. You can put red, white, red, white, red, white as a pattern if you'd like, but today I'm going to be doing mine just a little bit different. Now you'll notice as I go on here that it may be a little bit difficult to fit his tail in here. So probably what I'll do is I'll make it go up just a little bit when I actually put it together. So just because your pattern tells you what to do and where things go, you can change them up. When I look at this glass here, with the red and white, it makes me think of a candy cane, which I absolutely love. Where I'm from, in Indiana, there's a shop in the downtown area that makes their own candy canes every year, and you can take a tour and just see exactly how it's done. It's fun. So if you're ever in Indiana, Lafayette, Indiana, you might want to stop there and take a look. Best candy canes you'll ever taste. All right, so just keep going. All right, and you can see that we're coming up on finishing the border here. And I just want to remind you again that to be very careful with the edges of this glass. Just make sure that you're very present when you're doing your plate. And if you do happen to get cut, you know, they're little tiny cuts, just a little, I got one right here. Just make sure you go and wash it off immediately. Well, you know, not right away, but as soon as you can, to make sure that we put a Band-Aid on it. So I'm going to space these out a little bit more. Looks like we need some more glue under this one. Yeah. Okay, that's it with the border. So what I'm going to show here is the nose is, I don't know, it's just, we're going to pull it this way just a little bit. The nose here is right up to the edge, and that's okay. But I am going to take this one off here and put on a piece of red, and the reason being is because when I do the tail here, I don't want it to be too close to a white. So that's why I put another red there. Okay. And that's what it looks like. All right, now that we've finished our border, we're going to start thinking about filling it in. And when you're working with glass, fused glass that is, or glass, you'll want to start from either the top or the bottom. From the top, work your way down, and from the bottom, work your way up. Some younger kids will naturally put their glass on and put it randomly here and there to fill in. And what happens is when it comes time to actually fill in what's left, it's hard to find pieces that will actually fit. So if you work from top to bottom, that will not happen. All right, put all those back there. So I'm gonna start on the hat. I'm gonna work my way down, and we're gonna leave the background for very last, and you'll see why. So in your package, you're gonna find 2 of these circles. We're gonna use one right here on the hat. It's got a cute little head on. I probably put too much glue here, but that's okay. Shouldn't be a problem. And I'm gonna start filling the hat up. Now when I do this, some people put the glue right on the piece of glass and put it down. I'm more of a fan that puts my glue down first and then just fill in the pieces. Oops. See, now I've got glue on my hands. The glass is sticking to my fingers, so I'll have to go wash that off in between a break. Okay. So you just kind of find places where it fits. And even though I'm doing it this way, remember it's not going to be, yours is not going to be like mine. It's not at all going to look like mine because it's your plate, it's your style, huh? I think rather I want to do it this way. And then come in like this to fill the space in. And then we need one more small piece. Which I'm going to put right in this spot, this one tiny smaller piece. Right here. And then we have the hat. So next on our bear, I'm going to actually put white right here. And now that I think of it, I don't think I will do that because there will be white here and we may not be able to distinguish the difference between the 2 of these. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go ahead and go all the way down to the top of his head. Just like this. There we go. Okay, and there's the hat. So next I'm going to start with the head right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue down. You know, just enough, but not too much. You don't want it spilling out all over. And remember, as I said before, because that will cause the plate to break in the kiln. We don't want that. So I know it's a little hard to see here, but I just put my first piece here. Like this. And I'm going to put a piece right here. You see, I went right over the nose. And I think I'm going to take that off and think about it for a little bit to see if I'm going to actually use black glass to fill that in. You can do it a couple different ways. We can go ahead and put white there, and then you can, with the Sharpie, draw the nose and the mouth and the eyes on, and then when we get it back here at the studio, we can go ahead and use liquid paint to draw on top of where your lines are. And the Sharpie, it disappears in the kiln when it's baked. Here we go. Yeah, and I know I'm going to use black glass for this. Here's an example of a piece of glass that's pretty sharp. You may get these in there and you might not. I'm going to go ahead and use it for this spot right here. So be super careful if you get one of these pieces. All the pieces are different. There we are. Got a couple of small pieces I'm going to use in this area. It's like putting a puzzle together, don't you think? Putting a puzzle together. Slurring my words. There we go. So you just keep working until you finish the head. Okay, so I've finished filling in the head, and I have looked through my glass and I have found the black piece for his nose. So I'm going to put that in there now with a little tiny bit of glue, a little bit. I think I'll do it like this. And just kind of push it in there. And then, like I said, we'll put here where the mouth is and the eyes, so that, you know, we can do that before it goes into the kiln. Just take a Sharpie, make sure, and just draw where you want the eyes and the mouth. So in your glass too, you're going to look for a couple different pieces of glass. These are half circles, kind of, and those are going to be for the ears. You should have 2 of them in your package, but you have to look for them. So I'm going to go ahead, and in this one, the ear is so small, so I'm going to change it just a little bit. So it's right here. There we go, and then we'll put the other one on the other side. Just like this. I could sing a song for you, but nope, you would turn off the video right away if I did. Okay, so in your package also too, you'll get some random pieces that you can use for the scarf, and you might even use them for the hat. It's totally up to you. In this package, I got some purples and some light blues and dark blues. So I think I'm going to use those colors to fill in for where the scarf is. And like I said, you don't have to stay in the lines here. And see what I did? I just now have to go back and readjust my head because I just bumped it. I'm putting a little piece in here like this. There we go. That'll do it. Okay, so back to the scarf. And I think I was going this way. You know, you don't have to follow this exact plan. You can make the scarf bigger. You can make a different kind of a scarf. It just really depends on what you like. I love this light blue right here. Do you see that? Is that beautiful? Sit there. And now I'm going to go ahead and now you have your scarf. And now you have the other pieces here, and I'm just going to fill them in kind of the same way. I have this nice long piece I'm going to use because I love that light blue so much. I'm going to put it down here at the bottom. And see, I'm doing that thing where I'm going to have to fill in this spot. And I think I have just the right glass to do that with. Yeah. There we go. And then I also have this piece of glass that will go well, I think, right here. There we go. I like that. And maybe I'll use this piece here. I don't really like that piece there. I think I'm going to use purple to begin with. Like this. There we go. And one last piece, this dark blue. Okay. So you'll find smaller pieces of glass here too in your package that will go in spaces like this. So let me go ahead and glue that. We're going to work on the body now. And I'm going to slip this piece right here into the spot right here. Move over. It's moving over the scarf a little bit, but that's okay. There. And I'm just going to keep filling in this body with this white, like a little puzzle. About you guys, but when I do fused glass or any mosaic work, I just really love it. It really relaxes me. It makes me feel really peaceful. It's my favorite medium in art. Okay. So just keep going, filling up the body. All right, so I want you to see here where I've gone ahead and taken my Sharpie and I've drawn in the eyes and the mouth here. And now I'm just going to continue on putting my bear back together, or together. I guess he hasn't been together yet. Here goes my watch. You can just move pieces around and make them fit. I also want to say this, and this happens sometimes to our kiddos. If you get tired and you're just want to get away from it, the best thing about on-demand videos is that you can just stop it right there, come back to it later, even maybe tomorrow or the next day. Because sometimes what happens is the kiddos get kind of tired and they rush it. And they're not taking their time, and we don't want that. So take a break. See, I'm going top to bottom. Okay, you can see I've gotten quite a bit of ways with the bear. And I'm going to keep continuing. It's going along just great. It's been really a very peaceful time. Filling these pieces right here. I don't know, what do you guys think? Has this been a good thing for you so far? Let's see if I can find a little bitty piece here that goes right in here. There we go. Now, we have all in the studio cut our own glass for you guys and for us here. And you don't have to cut it, but if you want to get creative and you want to get a cutter, this can be for 9-year-olds and above, you'll just go to the hardware store in the tile section and you can find them there. See where that's gonna come over here. And I just heard my phone again. Don't call me, leave me just to be for a little bit longer. I think I'm gonna really like this scarf. What do you guys think? That's good right there. Oh, I just happen to have a little piece of a corner or a triangle I can put right there. And then I'm gonna put some more glue here because I know that I used it and it's not there anymore, so. Oops, dropped my glass. My little one last piece right here. Okay, and let's just keep going to finish up the other leg. Okay, now you can see here I've completed the bear. And now comes, I think, the very fun part. And we're going to do the frit. Remember how we talked about the frit? This part right here. So I've actually mixed one of my frits. I've added a little bit of light blue to this clear frit, and then this one, of course, is the light blue. And remember, this is minus the sled. This is what we're looking for here. Okay. I don't need to use glue with this, okay? I mean, you can if you want, but I'm just gonna go ahead and start filling it up. There we go. And you can move around with your finger. You can use a pencil to move it around. There we go. Just put it right in there. And put a little bit up here at the top. Given that little space. So sometimes I just pour it on, you know, like this. But that's meant for like bigger spaces. When I'm in little bitty spaces like that, I take my finger and I just carefully put it in the crevices. There we are. Now, I want you to hear me out. This is very sharp also. I mean, if you're doing it with your fingers, it's not going to cut you. But once you get done using your frit, you must go wash your hands and get any little pieces of glass off. And also to remember when you're using frit to not touch your eyes. Oh gosh, don't do it. Just be very, very careful, very careful. Okay, so now I'm gonna stop there with this color. This is the sky. And I'm gonna come back in with my my clear and my light blue together. So with this, I'm gonna kind of pour some in between this two. Oh, and see what happens? If you're not super careful, you lose the whole cup of it. But that's okay, just spread it out. There we are. Okay. A bit more. I think a little tiny piece of black just came in on me here. You see it down here? I'll go down and try to get it. There we go. It was just a little piece. Almost finished. Take some of this and put it on this side here. Yeah, I'm gonna take some of this and put it over here. Kind of just shovel it over there. Okay, then we have finished our plate. I'm not gonna tip it too much because all the frit will come out. But this is the plate, and I hope you had a super good time putting it together. Check out more of our videos and more of our projects here. We have lots of ornaments and some night lights to do. So I hope you come back, and thank you for being here. Have a great afternoon or night. Hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys.